What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Financial Journey with Coffee channel where we talk all about finance, personal wealth, and investing. Sorry for being gone for quite some time now. It's been a pretty busy couple of weeks, but now I'm back with you on another video on how to invest in Bitcoin in Malaysia and why I've started to invest in Bitcoin. Well, let's first take a look at the S&P 500. That is the top 500 companies or market cap companies in the United States, and it can show the stock market how it's doing. If we look at a 1 year chart, you can see that the S&P 500 is at its all-time high, right? It's at about 3,385 basis points. And and you can see ever since the March low of COVID 19, all the way to right now, it has grown by 51%. And year to date, guys, look at this. Year to date, it has grown by 4%, 3.92%. And a lot of people are asking me why is this going on in my company that I'm seeing people are getting pay cuts. When I look at my colleagues, they're losing their jobs. When I look at the economy of Malaysia, the economy of the world, the economy of United States, they're all not recovering back to the all-time high. But why is the stock market at its all-time high? Well, guys, the biggest reason, if you ask all economic out there, they could tell you that it is because the Federal Reserve of this world, the United States, Malaysia, everywhere, they've been printing money like crazy. Look at this article that I'm going to show you right now. This article basically says the US printed more money in 1 month than in 2 centuries. Can you imagine that, guys? The US Federal Reserve has printed more money than the past 2 centuries combined because of a COVID-19 outbreak. And so the US Reserve has been printing money, including all other reserves, the European Bank Reserve, the Australian, the Malaysian, the Singapore, we've all been printing money. And what happens when you print so much money? Well, what happens is you devalue the value of money of a single US dollar. For example, if the US has been printing so much money, a dollar now is no longer worth a dollar. Meaning like 20 years ago you could buy a meal with a dollar. And now a dollar you could only probably buy like a candy, right? So that shows inflation and the devaluation of the dollar currency. And because of that, what has happened? Look at the US dollar against Malaysian ringgit. Since March, US was at about 4.4 exchange rate, right? Of a multiple of 4.4, meaning every $1 is worth $4 and 4 ringgit and 40 cents. But now look at the chart. It's been going down steadily, and right now, as of the recording of this video, it's about 4.17 or 4.18 per US dollar. And I believe that it is going to continue to go down, not because Malaysian ringgit is getting better, but it's because the US dollar is continuing to deflate and to continually to go down. And so this is not a good thing for us, right? Because if you were to hedge your money and have your money in either Malaysian ringgit or also just the US dollar, your money would be worth less and less. And so what do people do in this world right now? Well, people are buying gold. Look at gold price, right? Let's just look at what gold price is worth, right? Look at just how much gold has gone up since the beginning of this year. So when we look at gold price, and today let's look at Kitco, and you could see over here, right over here, guys, this is the 24 hours view of gold. And when we see how much gold is worth right now per ounce, right, it's almost 2,000 US dollar per ounce. And before that, it it was not even 2,000. It was less than 2,000. Let's look at the GLD ETF, which is basically a gold ETF. You could see since the beginning of the year, it has gone up by over 27%. That is crazy, guys. It's crazy how gold has moved. Gold has used to be really stable currency. If you look at how from 2013 all the way to maybe like 2020, 2019, right? Gold has basically just hovered up and down across, and it didn't move that much. But ever since the beginning of 2019, if you look at this, beginning of 2019 all the way to now, it has gone up by almost 50%. Why? It's because people are starting to lose faith in the fiat currency of this world, like the US dollar. And what people are starting to do is they're starting to buy gold, they're starting to buy silver. And one of the things that I believe that people are starting to buy too, instead of gold and silver or along gold and silver, is they're starting to buy Bitcoin. Look at the Bitcoin chart, guys. Look at this insane run. Just in 2017, it was about 5,600 ringgit. Right now, look at how much it went up by. It went up by 776%. That is crazy, guys. But look at the volatility too, right? So you got to bear in mind when we look at all these charts, we got to look at the volatility and know our risk profile or our risk tolerance and invest accordingly. So how do you invest in Bitcoin in Malaysia? The best platform that I found so far is a platform called Luno. It's a platform that is trusted, it is licensed by the Security Commission of Malaysia. So look at this article, it says it's finally happening. We've been officially confirmed as a recognized market operator for cryptocurrency in Malaysia by the Security Commission of Malaysia, right? So Bitcoin, it's licensed by Malaysia, right? Cryptocurrency. It has over 4 million users worldwide. They've processed over $8 billion. They are available in 40 countries. So, guys, let me show you how Luno works on the platform, right? So, I've started investing in Luno, and let me show you how Luno actually works. So, over here, I've opened my Luno app, and you can see immediately what it shows me is when you first download the app, it will show you this standard view where it will tell you how much one Bitcoin is worth. And if you want to buy a Bitcoin, you just hit buy, right? Deposit money and so on, and then you will be able to buy. But before doing that, guys, do not make the same mistake as I did. When you buy Bitcoin on this standard interface, what they would do is they would charge you a 2% upfront fee. Meaning if you buy 100 ringgit worth of Bitcoin, they would immediately take 2 ringgit off. So you only right now have like a 98 ringgit of Bitcoin worth of Bitcoin. So what do you do to avoid 2%? Well, you go into this exchange view. You can see this exchange view. This exchange view, when you buy Bitcoin on this exchange view, you do not have that 2% charge. Instead, it's just a very, very small charge. It's like maybe 0.2, 0.3% charge of every transaction that you make. So that's way lower than 2%. And you can see what I have right now in Bitcoin is I've invested total of my money of 1,100 ringgit of Bitcoin. And right now I'm up by 3 ringgit, right, in Bitcoin. And so what I plan to do with this Luno app is, or Luno investing with Bitcoin, is I plan to slowly dollar cost average in with my Bitcoin over the next 2 to 3 months till it reach about 3 to 4% of my total net worth. And then I'm just going to leave it right there. Just going to leave it no matter it drops, it goes super high. I'm just going to leave it because all I'm doing with Bitcoin right now is to hedge against some sort of inflation or a play against inflation. So I'm just going to leave it in there and just patiently watch it. If it goes up, great. If it goes down, it doesn't matter. So what I would advise for new users is Bitcoin, it's really volatile. Do not mess with it if you're not very sure in your investment. And also, do not invest more than 5% of your total net worth, because Bitcoin is so volatile that, like, all the money you put inside, you have to treat it as if it's gone forever, right? Because you do not know if it will go up or down. But I believe that with inflation coming up, with the Federal Reserve printing more and more dollars, that Bitcoin would just go up and up and up again. And as more adoption comes in, more people buying Bitcoin, it would just be going higher and higher. And that's why I've started investing in Bitcoin. So, guys, if you guys want me to run through how Luno works and the app, ping me down in the comment section down below, and let me know what you want to know more. And this is all I have for today of investing in Bitcoin in Malaysia.